Today is all about websites and taking a look at actual tutors' websites and giving some feedback then that can help take your website to the next level. I see we have some people that are starting to join us on in here. So all you have to do is put in your name and where you are from and what you tutor. Let's get to know each other inside of the chat. And I will be able to see you guys inside of here. Awesome. We've got Joanne and we've got Beth inside of the house. Awesome. And I see some more of you guys coming on in. Fantastic. And I know there's a lot of people that are like, that think they don't need a website, and some people do need a website. And, there's lots of kind of thoughts here and there. So I'm going to be sharing a little bit about my story and, what my thoughts are about it and how I have gotten to be where I am today because of it. So thanks you guys for joining us. I see Gabrielle in the house. We've got James in Arkansas. And we've got Anna over there in London who teaches Latin and Greek. Welcome. I love it when you guys can show on up. This is awesome. Fantastic. You guys are amazing. So let's get on into it. I'm going to share my screen. This is the first time I'm actually using a new tool. It's a little bit different setup than I normally have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the screen. And by the way, I'm going to let you guys know early since we still have a few more people that are going to try and join us in here. We're giving away 4 free tickets for next week to Raise Your Rates 5-day challenge. So if you would like to be a part of that giveaway, all you have to do is put inside of the chat, make more money. And my wonderful Beth is going to put you on our wheel, and we're going to do a drawing later on in this episode to give out those different ones. Now, you do have to be present in order to win, so don't go anywhere, you guys. We want to be able to add you on inside of here. All right, so here we go. I am going to share my screen with you. Da 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 da. Here we go. So if you are here because you want to be able to get your website reviewed and audited, or you want to see other people getting their website reviewed and audited, you are in the right place. That is exactly what we're going to be doing today. And I think we do not have the right setup here. So let me just fix this real quick here. Do 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 do. The setup is coming up a little bit different. That's okay. You'll still be able to get everything that's fantastic with this. So let's come on over here. My goal for you guys is for you to learn how to get found organically without paying for ads. So ads can be costly. And when we are doing one-on-one tutoring, I know some of you guys have moved into groups, some of you guys have scaled and you now have some tutors that are underneath you. But when you're in the beginning stages, when you are paying for ads to get found, that comes directly out of your profit, right? It's a little bit different when you have a different business model, but this is how I got found in the beginning, was organically without paying for ads. What does organically mean? Organically means that when somebody types a word inside of the internet, inside of the URL bar, the search bar, or whatever search engine you're using, they find you versus you having to go onto other websites like Wyzant and have them take like a 25% cut, or work for another tutoring company who will take an 80% cut, or any of those other situations, right? My goal is to really help you guys to be able to get found without having to spend a ton of money. And usually a website has that one-time cost in the beginning, and then an annual fee that you do, but it still is a lot cheaper than having to pay for ads every single time. Plus, if you have an ad, you're still going to need a website because you need to drive traffic to you somehow. So you can drive them to your Facebook page, but I would say that doesn't look very professional to drive them to your Facebook page and convert them to a client there. It's way more professional to have your website and go from there. So Awesome. I see more of you guys have entered on in. Welcome, Helen, from the UK. So glad that you are here. And we've got Ta- Tasmia and Linda. Welcome, welcome. Lots of you guys inside coming from all different places, you guys. We're on YouTube, we're on LinkedIn, and we are inside of the Ultimate Support Group for Online Tutors. Now, if you haven't joined us in the Ultimate Support Group for Online Tutors, it's a free Facebook group. Come on in and join us. We'd love to have you there. Now, who am I to be able to share with you guys all this information about websites? Well, I'm an online reading tutor, and currently I am making over $10,000 a month working half the hours that I used to work when I was working in the school system. So, if that means anything to you, then hopefully this is helpful for you. But I know there are a lot of you guys who are thinking inside of your head, well, that's great for you, Joanne, but I'm not. I get that, but I want to help you get there if that's your goal too. Okay. So the big goal here is that I want you guys to really understand I started all of this with zero students, zero following, zero social media. I had none of those things in place when I got started. I did not have an online presence. I did not have a website. I didn't have any of those things in place. I was able to learn each of the different things that I needed to put into place so that I could continue to be able to get found by students from all over the world. So today I have students from Canada, Japan, London. I have people from the West Coast to the East Coast in the United States, Peru, Costa Rica, Nicaragua. I just like it's amazing to me how many people from all over the world are finding me because of the stuff that I was able to put on there, and I wouldn't have been able to do that if it definitely wasn't for my website. The website is definitely a big traffic driver. In the beginning, I was really nervous if I could really make this a sustainable tutoring business for myself, and it wasn't until year 2 that I really realized that, yeah, I can, and I can get found by students from all over the world, and that excites me. It excites me to no end when I get that email of somebody saying, "Hey, can you work with my kid?" Today, all of my traffic comes from organically getting found because of my website, Google My Business, and referrals. Those are the top 3 ways that people find me. I also have some people that find me through YouTube, which amazes me because the content that I created on YouTube for my online reading tutoring business was like, I created that a really long time ago. So when people tell me that they found me on YouTube, either they were watching one of these kinds of videos or they were finding some of my really old content, which I find very interesting. So yeah, I think this is really an important thing to kinda, like, just know that I went from $0, right, to now making over $10,000 a month. $0 in the beginning, worked my way up the different levels in my tutoring business, and now I'm able to be able to get more students. Now, I have the game of tutoring all set up for you guys, no matter what level you are at. This particular topic, website, is a level 2 topic. So if you're a level 1 tutor right now and you're like, "Joanne, a website is way beyond me." I get it. Or maybe you're a level 4 tutor and you're like, "Joanne, I've already done my website. It's already perfect. It's good to go. I don't need to do that." Right? I want you guys, if you haven't started playing the game of tutoring, then definitely go to the link where you can play the game of tutoring. Go to onlinetutorcoach.com/game. From there, you're going to get to find out what is your level. And I am going to give you something that you are going to love. Have any of you guys ever just wanted a checklist that told you what to focus on inside of your business? Well, that is exactly what you're gonna get. I'm gonna give you a checklist that's gonna help you get to the next level inside of your business. So whether you are a level 1 tutor, or a level 6 tutor, the goal isn't to get from a level 1 to a level 6 tutor when you play the game of tutoring, right? The goal is just to get to the next level. So if I'm at level 1 and I'm making between like 0 and $1,000 at this point inside of my tutoring business, my goal is just to get to level 2. And then I take a look at the level 2 checklist and I see, okay, what on this checklist can I begin to perfect inside of my business so I can begin to make more money, right? And that is our keyword today, make more money. In fact, you may have seen some people scrolling down and typing on in make more money. And you're like, why are they saying make more money? Because we are giving away 4 tickets so you can make more money. Next week, I have the 5-day Raise Your Rates Challenge with Michael Gibbon, and we're giving away 4 free tickets. So click on that link and um, just type on inside of the chat make more money, and we will add you at some point during this talk today. You are going to see us give away and raffle off 4 of those. You do have to be present in order to win. So, here's just a quick example of one of the checklists that I have. I have, like, really, like, at level 2, here's some of the things that you need to be doing, and you'll notice that you need to plan out your student getting website, and you need to create a website. This is a level 2 thing. Now, this is only a level 2 thing if you wanna get organically found, okay? Some people, they wanna pay for the Facebook ads. Some people would prefer to do that, and they don't want to build an online presence, and they don't wanna get students from all over the world, or they already have enough students and the word of mouth is working perfectly for them and they don't feel like they need to really beef up that this part of their business. That's okay. It's not my goal to say that you have to absolutely 100% have a website. But what I have found is that later on, as people begin to move up the income streams and get closer, they've missed certain aspects in their business that they could have set up earlier that would have set them up in and into a much better place had they learned about these things earlier in their business. So this is a level 2 thing. If you haven't built your website yet, no worries. Now, my passion has actually been fueled, you guys, by a scam. Yeah, I had a guy call me and he said to me, "Hey, are you looking to be able to get more traffic for your business?" And I was like, "Yeah, who doesn't want more traffic for your business?" And he was an SEO guy and he said to me, "Well, we can get you on page 1 of Google." And I was like, "Page 1 of Google? Like, wow." At that point in time, I was like, that would be awesome because the program that I was selling at that point in time was for a different business. It was, $1,000. So I just thought, "Wow, if I pay $1,000 to make $1,000 and then I can keep making $1,000, that seems like a no-brainer to me." Except it didn't drive traffic to me because they didn't know how to get the right keywords out there. What they ended up doing is they had me create these keywords that nobody was searching for. They're like, "Oh, if you go local, people will be able to find you." But if nobody is typing in local stuff, nobody's gonna find you. And so I spent $1,000. I had nothing to show for it. I didn't get one sale. And I realized, you know what? I need to learn about SEO. This is not an option for me. I must learn about SEO at least to the point where I can drive traffic to myself and know what it is that I should be looking for and what I should be doing so that other people can't scam me again. Because if 0 people are typing in a search word, how is that who cares if I'm on page 1 for that keyword? Am I right? I mean, seriously, it does not matter. And so this is why I'm so passionate about teaching tutors because everybody is going to get the calls on your cell phone. You're going to get people trying to sell you on things. You're going to have people emailing you telling you that they can get your website on page 1 of Google. And I'm going to tell you what, they don't know the secret formula that I know that actually works to actually getting on page 1 of Google without having to have a high score for your website. So, you don't even have to do any backlinks. You don't have to do all this other stuff. It's a really secret formula, and I'm gonna be sharing some of that with you guys today. Now, Suzanne and Beth, they were right on board with me. Suzanne, is now working with the online tutor coach, and she helps tutors, through the Jumpstart Your Online Tutoring Business Masterclass, but she also has her own tutoring company called Academic Writing Success. And she has been driving traffic to her website through blogs, and she has so many people that find her website that she keeps getting hired without her having to search out people and have to go onto private platforms, and she gets to keep 100% of the money that comes to her. And Beth, she was really confused in the beginning. She had, two ways that she wanted to go. She had 2 different niches. She was like, "Well, I could do ESL or I could do Spanish." And I said to her, "Well, you gotta choose one. You can't be both when it comes to getting organically found, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna position you so much differently than any other person is teaching people out there." And honestly, like, there wasn't one person, the information I'm gonna be sharing today, there wasn't one person out there that I learned this information from. I learned bits and pieces from people that I put together, and over time, I found the secret formula that works. So, she ended up creating a Spanish website for kids, and, it wasn't doing that well, and we were able to take a look at our analytics to find out why. And the people that she was going after for keywords and who was finding her, it told us right in the Google Analytics. We were able to take a look at those keywords and now begin to actually make changes onto her website so that she could get found by people who were looking for the services that she can do. And today, she continues to get found. She's taken on a couple new I know she's taken on a couple new tutors this summer that just found her online, by doing an online search. And that's what this is about. This is about people reaching you in your inbox. Would you rather chase people in Facebook groups and chase people through Facebook ads who are bad leads, who or Wyzant, who where people tell you that you charge too much money for your tutoring services? Would you rather have people coming on into your website, finding you, and then hiring you? I know for me, I would like them to come to my website, look at the content on there, and be like, "Yes, that is exactly what I want um, to hire. I want to hire you." We can use words that compel, and we can be taught how to come up with those words. So again, I'm going to ask this question, and there's actually a C as well. Would you rather, actually, no, this one only has 2 choices. Would you rather chase down students, or B, have families chase you down from all over the world? I would like you to type in A or B in the chat. Chase down students or have families chase you down from all over the world? Let me see what you got, guys. I'm going to take a quick sip of my coffee here. Okay. I got B, 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 B. B, 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 B. Chase me down. Yes. 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 That's what I'm talking about. Yes. I want them to chase me down. I don't want to be chasing them down. I'm an introvert. I hate that kind of stuff. Yes. And that's my goal for you. It's a sincere goal because it stinks to lose a student and have to be able to be like, well, how do I make my income now? I lost that student, right? I want there to be another person in that inbox saying to you, "Hey, do you have any openings right now?" That's my sincere wish for you guys. So, here are the top reasons that tutors tell other tutors they don't need a website. And this is what people have said inside of the ultimate support group for online tutors. I was just kind of looking through some of the threads. One person said it doesn't work. Well, it didn't work for them, but it's working for other people. So, does that mean it doesn't work? Or maybe I haven't found the way that works yet, right? I think that's the big difference is it will work. It can work. It does work. Now, do you have the secret formula to make it work? That's what I share with people. Oh, I'm doing great without a website. That's another person. Great. Then you do not need to be here, right? If you are already doing great without a website, there's no reason for you to be here. I'm not here to convince you guys that you need a website, right? I'm just here to convince you that I would rather people chase me down than for me to have to chase them down. If you're getting enough referrals and you don't need to do that, and you never have the aspiration to make more money inside of your business, like you don't want to go up to the next level, you want to stay exactly where you're at right now, perfect. You are living the dream. And so you don't need to worry about that, right? Another reason is people are like, oh, yeah, it's too much work. Yeah, everything is a lot of work in the beginning, right? I mean, getting my teaching credentials to become a reading specialist was a lot of work, but it was worth it, right? So there are some things that are a lot of work. We hate putting in work when we think it's not going to work, though, right? Like, if we hear other people saying, "Oh, it doesn't work, therefore you shouldn't do it, you shouldn't do it because it doesn't work." Why would I wanna put in the work for something that won't work? I don't, right? But what if I tapped into the people that could show me how to get it to work, right? And then all of a sudden it started to work. Wouldn't that be awesome? Type yes inside of the chat if you think that would be awesome. Yeah, Beth's like, "Yes." Another reason is people don't collect data to find out where their traffic is coming from. So I'll ask the question, people, "So where do your students find you?" And they'll be like, "I don't know." So you wanna keep a list for yourself. Where are people finding you? Are people finding you your, um from your website? Are people finding you because a friend told you about your services? Are they finding you because you had a flyer that was up? Are they finding you because, you posted something inside of Facebook? Collect that data. You wanna know the things that actually work for getting students, and you wanna keep doing those things that are working. But if I don't know if people actually came in through my website and I never do that, it's gonna be hard. The other thing is people don't just look at your website, like, they don't hire you, like, they don't find you online, go to your website, and hire you. It doesn't always work in that order. So what might happen is they hear about you, and then they use your website to research you. So your website could actually be like this big old like advertisement, not of just services, but of I get you. I see you. I know what your problems are, and you can't help but want to work with me because I understand you so much. And that person looking at it is like, oh my God, they get me. They totally understand me. I am talking to this person immediately. And another reason that tutors tell other tutors that they don't need a website is they hired a company that didn't drive traffic to them. And, like that's what happened to me in the beginning. I just worked with another tutor. And she was telling me the same thing that she wasn't getting anybody who was visiting her website. And we took a look at her website, we tweaked her blog, and now all of a sudden she's gotten a student from another state. And this was the first time she's gotten somebody from another state. And that's all it took was that one tweak, taking a look at it, and boom. And so that's what we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to take a look at and see what can we tweak today to make this better for you if you do have a website. And then if you don't have a website, what things do you need to be on the lookout for so that you have them in place? Some of the biggest mistakes that tutors make with their website is their website is all about them. And that's because we don't come with any marketing knowledge. We don't. We don't have like I didn't. I mean, maybe some of you guys do. But I did not have background in marketing knowledge. So, it was all about me in the beginning, like how amazing I was, how great I was. I had been on, Fox 6 News, and I even had that on there. This was all about me. And a lot of tutors, they go through the process like that as well. That the it's more about like them, the credentials that they have, and it's less about the student. And so when it's not about the student and it's just about us, it kinda looks more like a business card. So a business card, it's like an online business card, right? Like, if I were just to find a business card on the ground, maybe I'll pick it up, but I would probably throw it in the garbage just because it's kinda littered there, right? If somebody just randomly, like, jumps onto my website, what they do is they'll bounce if they're not my ideal client, right? And so and if I haven't even told them, like, what it is that I do and they can't figure that out, they'll doubly bounce, like, they're out of there. Um, a lot of tutors are really scared to niche down. In our brains in the beginning when we start working, we think the more subjects I list, the more students I get. This works when I work for another tutoring business or I'm advertising my services on Wyzant because I will naturally get more leads or the company I'm working for will has more opportunities to give me more students. But when I am my own individual business, I have to actually do something different. I have to do something different. I have to stand out and I have to provide a marketing message. A marketing message, again, it's not all about me, right? That's where I have to know who it is my ideal student is. This doesn't mean that you can't work with other students. I've worked with math students before, okay? And I'm a reading tutor. How is that? Because people will ask me if I teach math too. And if they're the right age of student that I feel like I could help with math, then I teach them math too. So it doesn't limit my opportunities. What it ends up doing is it allows me to create a message to somebody specific versus it just being kind of open ended. And it gives something that will touch their heart. And I can't create that when I have a really huge long list of subjects that I teach and a wide range of students. I am credentialed, you guys, as a reading specialist to work. I'm a reading teacher as well. I'm a reading specialist and I have a reading teacher certification. I am certified to teach kids from birth to adult. Now tell me, somebody who wants to teach their baby to read, would that have a different marketing message than somebody who helps adults? Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I don't really know how to teach a baby how to read, but I know how to put the best early practices in place for that baby. But that's neither here nor there. If I'm working with the younger kids, I have a certain message because I know what the goals of the parents are, right? But if I'm working with high school students, I know what their goals are. Their goals are to go on to college, get into their dream school, those kinds of things, right? And if I just say, "Oh, I teach from K to 8," I don't get either of those messages in there. So I have to niche down for the marketing message, not for the income, okay? Just for the marketing message so I'm talking to somebody. Another big mistake that people will make is not having a clear call to action on each page. So, on each page of your website, you want people to go from they saw you to now what? What is the next step for them? A lot of people will write down call, email, or blank. That's not a next step. A next step or a clear call to action is click here to schedule your free assessment or click here to find a time for a free discovery call or click here too, right? Like it's actually like what action do you want them to take because of that? The next biggest mistake that tutors do is I'm not going to say, I shouldn't say they don't optimize for keywords. They just don't really understand keywords and how they work. So I think a big part of it is that they just think that it's a few words that are stringed together and that's a keyword. Like a tag, like a hashtag. Yes, I think that's kind of a good way to describe it. I think tutors think that a keyword is a hashtag in a way. Obviously, you don't put hashtag in front of it, but you know how you have like a few words next to each other, like greatest day ever. Um, a lot of tutors will just think if they just put down online reading tutor or like reading tutor, that's the keyword that they're optimizing for. But when you actually go in to do the research, what you wanna look for is, are people actually typing in that keyword that you think you're going for? And what are your chances of actually getting found for that keyword? And they don't take those 2 pieces together. I'm gonna be sharing some of those secrets with you guys. The next biggest mistake is using stock photos. You can use stock photos, but they must be extremely intentional. You don't just put books on the screen, a cute picture of books on the screen because you're a reading tutor, okay? If you have a picture, it should help tell the story that you're telling on that page. It's not there to take up space. It needs to be part of the story. I am always looking for images of the tutor on the website because this is while it's not all about me, the tutor, right? It's about your transformation. I feel like when I look at the website and I see the tutor on there, it just it has such a different impact on me. Like, I just connect with that so much better. Um, and so I think that it's really important that you just don't wanna have random adults on there that look like they're teaching in a classroom or like, sometimes I notice too, like, the kids that will be on the website won't be the same age as their ideal student. So I'll look at a picture, I'll be like, "Oh, are you going after kids in 1st and 2nd grade?" And they'll be like, "No, high school." And I'll be like, "Oh." Oh, well, this image tells a different story, right? So you wanna make sure that the photos are strategically placed on there and they help to tell that story. Awesome. I see more people throwing on in here. Make more money. Make more money. So we're giving away 4 tickets to the Raise Your Rates 5-day challenge next week. And Beth is going to come in a little bit and we're going to spin the wheel. And you guys are going to get the opportunity to have a chance to win to make more money by raising your rates. A website is a great way to make more money too, because you can charge more when people are chasing after you. You can charge more money. Today, I'm charging $125 an hour for the tutoring services that I offer. Which in the beginning, when I started, I was only charging $40 an hour, and I thought that was too high. So I've significantly upscaled my thinking when it comes to all of this. All right, worst advice on the internet. So I was scouring the internet. I'm like, okay, what's some of the stuff that people say that you should do? Or like, what advice do people give that you should do? Look at what other tutors are posting. I'm going to tell you, most tutors have no idea how to create a website. They'll look at like something like Sylvan and they'll just copy it. Here's the difference between Sylvan and us. Sylvan has a lot of different tutors that are working underneath them. They are taking about a 60 to 8% cut. They're probably investing about 30 to 40% of that into Facebook ads. So they can pay to drive a ton of traffic to their website and they can get students. We do not have that ability to do that, right? So we have to get really clear on our messaging. Next advice, list how long you've been teaching. I wouldn't list it. I mean, maybe you share that in story format on your website, but I wouldn't just like list it. Teaching 23 years. I mean, you might tell it in story form, like, as a teacher who's been teaching kids for 23 years, here's what I think, right? You can add your credentials like in story format versus just kind of bullet pointing it. They'll also share their credentials, but in bullet point form, like attended Marquette University for undergrad, went to Cardinal Stritch for my master's, right? They'll put that kind of information there. And you don't necessarily need that. And the next worst advice is that the first thing you need to do is, like, to create a logo. If you haven't figured out who your ideal client is yet, and you haven't figured out your niche, do that before you create a logo. Your logo is not gonna be the most important thing on your website. What you say on your website is gonna be the most important thing on your website. Can you have a logo? Yes. Can you develop one over time? Yes. You can see my logo up here on this PowerPoint, right? Here's my logo for the coaching that I do. My logo has changed over time. Everybody over time, like, rebrands. It's not the first thing that you need to be focusing on. You need to focus more on driving traffic to your website than you need to focus on getting your logo perfect. The next worst advice is when people say that your URL needs to match your business name. So, my reading tutoring business that I came up with back in the day, I never use it now, but it's still listed on like my government papers and stuff for taxes is what was it? Bright Idea Reading Tutoring. Bright Idea Reading Tutoring. That's not such a bright idea, by the way. It's cute, it's fun, but what I need from my URL is something that's gonna get me found, and there's absolutely no one on the planet who is typing on in "Bright Idea Reading Tutoring." because they don't know it exists, right? So people are like, they come up like with this fancy, cool name for their business, and then they get the URL that matches it. No, no, you're missing out on organic traffic because of that. So I'm going to share with you, I'm going to give examples. And the two people that I have picked out today to share their website of, you're actually going to get to see what would be the URL I would buy if I were them. So I really hope that you guys are on here right now so that you guys could see it. Those two people that I've picked, um, because you don't want somebody else who's going to grab that URL. And the next one is connect all your social media on your website. Like, if you have a Facebook page, put that there. If you have a YouTube channel, put that there. If you have a LinkedIn page, put that there. Only if it's optimized and you actually post. Okay. What is the point of putting a Facebook page there that you never post to? That doesn't have any traffic. What does that say about your business? It looks like I have this picture of tumbleweeds going through, right? Like, that's what it looks like for your business, for the person who comes to your Facebook page, who clicked on that, and they don't see that you've done anything in like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years, right? So you don't need to connect all your social media to your website. Connect the ones you're active to and only the ones that are specific to your business. So if I have a personal Facebook page, I wouldn't put that link there for that. If I have a personal YouTube channel where I'm posting all these videos about my family, I wouldn't put that there because that has nothing to do with the services that I offer and providing value to the parents. So just connect your social media that you're active on and you're using to promote your business. The next one is people want to impress other people. Make sure to impress them. This isn't about impressing them. This is about understanding them. Another one is I actually saw somebody who listen. I read this in a blog post. It said upload a resume to your website. I'm thinking has oh my god. I don't even think like employers who are looking for employees love looking at resumes. How in the world could uploading a resume help me in any way, right? Uh, yes, no, do not upload a resume. Definitely do not do that. Um, and then again, list all the services that you offer, right? Like listing out. I've just seen an endless list of I teach this topic, subject. I teach 15. And then I like reach out to the people like, hey, do you have a lot of other tutors that work underneath you? And they're like, no, it's just me. Like, okay. If you're teaching that many subjects, you are having to spend a whole heck of a lot of money on subscriptions and memberships and those kinds of things to teach those topics. So it's going to actually cost you less to niche down, and you're going to have a better marketing message if you do. So that's just my advice. What I think is the worst advice. I want to know from you guys, do you want people to find your website, hire you because of your website, or both? Find your website, hire you because of your website, or both? I've got a lot of smart people here. Yeah. I love it. Both, 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 both. Yes, both. Both. If people can't find your website, they can't hire you because of it, right? So you want them to find your website, and then you want your website to actually convert. It's not just about having people come to your website. Am I right? It's about converting your website so people now take that next call to action and move forward with your tutoring services. So here is my secret formula that I have designed, and I share this inside of the um, Jumpstart Your Online Tutoring Business Masterclass, which we will be opening up the doors to again in the first week of September. But pillar number 1 is heart. And I came up with heart because you want to touch inside of the person who's looking at your website. You want to touch inside of their heart. You want them to know that you understand what they're going through, that you get it. Pillar number 2 is transformation. Like, do you paint a picture for your ideal client of where they are today and where they could be after they've worked with you? I see a lot of people, they'll just put like, get better grades. I feel like we could expand on that, right? There's so much more to that. Not just get better grades, but what is the real transformation that's happening as you're working with people? Pillar number 3 is they need to see that you are the solution. That's right. You guys, you are the solution. Pillar number 4 is to connect with you. They need to, at some point, connect with you, right? They need to connect with you emotionally, and you want them to connect with you as in, what is that next step? How will I now get to start the conversation? Is it from a contact form? Is it through them setting up a free assessment? Is it through having a free, one-on-one conversation to see if online tutoring can be a good fit for them? Pillar 5 is I really need to understand. I don't need to sell me. No parent is sitting there thinking, I hope when I make a phone call to this tutor that all they do is talk about themselves, how great they are, how wonderful they are. We need to actually step out and try to understand the specific situation that their child is going through. What is it like for them? Like, I'll ask these different questions to actually understand more about them. And I'll do this even when they email me and they say, "Hey, are you taking on students right now?" I first will actually try to understand what their child is going through. I'll say something like, "Yeah, I'm taking on students right now. Tell me more about what your child is struggling with. Are they struggling more with phonics or are they struggling more with comprehension? Has your child already been in an intervention at school before? Or, have they not qualified for an intervention? Do they have an IEP?" I want to know as much about the child or the student as I possibly can. And then once I have all of that information, if I feel like I'm a good fit, then pillar number 6 is to convert them. And I need to have that sales conversation. So I can actually, pillar 1, 2, 3, and 4 can all happen on my website. This can all be working on the backside so that by the time they reach out to me, I don't have to tell them about me at all. They've kind of already learned about me, and now I can learn more about them and what they're struggling with. And this works, you guys. I've been teaching this for years. So if you're interested in getting on the wait list to be part of the next Jumpstart Your Online Tutoring Business Masterclass, click there. The link is inside of the description. Beth is putting it inside of the different places where we're live. Because again, this is the exact formula that is taught in the Jumpstart Your Online Tutoring Business Masterclass. Now, I want to share with you guys, I'm going to close this on out because this is what you guys came for. You want to be able to see other tutors' websites. And I have picked out this website by Anna Maria. That must be a popular name. Actually, I had a Anna Maria. I had a girl who came from Spain who stayed with us, and her name was Anna Maria. I didn't pick her because of the name, but I just made the connection. Now we'll take a look at here. Her it looks like her business name is Mentor with Tutor. I look at that and it doesn't say anything to me. I don't know what she teaches. I don't know what it is that she's doing. And this it doesn't make sense to me. Mentor with tutor doesn't make sense with me. Like, I look at that, I'm confused. You do not wanna cause confusion when you guys are creating a website. Confusion leads to bounce rates on your website, and that's when they don't work, right? People leave. She even bought the URL, which is again, that's the advice that's out there online, and it doesn't work. It's not gonna help you get found organically. So she's got www.mentorwithtutor.com. So I took a look at it. I was like, "Well, maybe it's a keyword. Let me check that out." And I look, no, 0 people are typing in mentor with tutor, so it's not a keyword. So there wasn't that kind of thinking behind it. And I could take a look. Did I put it up here? I did. I put mentor with tutor. So this is I'm using facts now, okay? I looked it up to see. Again, I wanted to check with her and see, is this a keyword that people are looking for? 0 people are looking for that. So that's not going to work very well for me. So then I thought, you know what? I want to be able to help her. I want to help her find one that will. So I found one, and she just got her TEFL certification. Now, if you take a look at her website, she actually tutors a few different things. Did I put it down here? Okay, so here are all the things that she tutors. Mathematics 4 to 12, algebra 1 and 2, geometry, statistics, reading comprehension skills, reading strategies, reading speed, phonics improvement, TEFL certified, teaching English as a foreign language. Classes can be offered for teaching business English, science, chemistry, physics, biology. She's one person. Oh my gosh, I am feeling like really exhausted for her. Like, I just think about how easy my life is just teaching one subject, and I know exactly what to do, everything. I don't have to do any planning. Like, you would have to do a lot of planning to have all these different topics, and that's absolutely, um yeah, that's a lot. Whew. I'm, like, exhausted taking a look at all of that. So I thought, "Okay, let's narrow it down to 1." I don't know if this is where she wants to go, but she did just get her TEFL certification, so I thought, "Let's go with TEFL certification. We're gonna go there." And I found for her this keyword, which is online TEFL tutoring. Guess what? 10 people are searching for that every month. That means that I have 10 prospective people, if I get onto page 1 with that keyword, that could just find me organically, that I don't have to reach out to. I don't have to do anything. They're just finding me organically. That's what I want. And guess what? I looked up, does that URL exist? www.onlinetfltutoring.com? Sure does. I'd buy that, and I would then change the copy on there. So then I want to say, okay, what is the competition? Because the competition's huge. And I can find the competition right here. There are only 14 results. That's gold. With only 14 results, I could absolutely get on page 1. Now, it might take 3 months because that's how long it takes for the Google algorithm to catch up and do all that stuff. But after 3 months, every day until the day I decide that I don't wanna do this anymore, people are gonna have the opportunity to find me and can reach out to me for my services. That's worth it to me. That's worth it to me. So, I was taking a look here. It says convenient, tutoring. Let me make this a little bit bigger. All the tutoring sessions are via Zoom. The student can receive tutoring help at a convenient time at the comfort of their own home. Tutoring sessions are available during weekdays and on the weekends. Multi-subject tutoring available. Receive tutoring help in various levels of mathematics, science, and reading and writing. Main target is for the students who are in 4th to 12th grade. College level subject tutoring is available upon request. And then over here they have individual teaching method. It's like 3 different ideas. I mean, I feel like that the specific website template she was using just had these 3 different things, and she's like, "Oh, let me share 3 random ideas here and talk about some of the benefits." Like convenient tutoring, yeah, that's a benefit. Being able to teach multiple subjects could be a benefit. Individual teaching method. And you can't a lot of people will look at this as somebody who is not like a master at what it is that they're doing, that they are, oh, they teach a lot of different things, so they're more like a general kind of teacher. The more that you niche down, the more of an expert you seem in other people's eyes. And then here we have, her individual teaching method, like, so now we go into, like, her philosophy. So the ideas don't really go together here. It just seems like this is what the template looked like, so I'm just going to put this here because I think that'll look good. She does have an about section here, And it says, "About Mentor with Tutor. Hello, my name is Anna, and I'm a private online tutor who's been helping students achieve academic success for the past 3 years. I'm a Kennesaw State University graduate with a Bachelor of Science degree in biology and statistics, and I recently obtained my TEFL certification in February 2023. All again, here are all of my credentials. I'm going to tell you, I don't have my credentials on my website. And I have not had one parent in the last 6 years ask me what my credentials are. They don't care about credentials. That doesn't mean you can't, again, put it in there in story form, but this is more like just kinda listing out all of those basic things. So, because I really care about Anna having an amazing website, I came up with some copy that would help her focus in and narrow down on the specific ideal client. So I have here, English confidence starts here. If I say that, what comes into your head? Your child's passport to academic achievement. I'm focusing right now on the TEFL side of what it is that she does. Now I'm going to connect with my ideal client. Feel like English is a barrier holding you back? You're not alone. Let's conquer this obstacle together. Your child struggle with English. Parents, can you relate? English is not just another subject. It's a means of communication. The inability to speak, read, or write confidently in English is isolating and frustrating for your child. You want to help your child, but feel handicapped by your own struggles with the English language. In classrooms where expressing ideas in English is essential, your child feels overwhelmed, isolated, and embarrassed. And these challenges are insurmountable. Together, we can turn them into opportunities. Let's address the emotions behind the struggle. Your child hates feeling different, being unable to communicate effectively, and maybe bearing emotional scars from hurtful comments. You're proud of your child's resilience, but worry about the emotional toll. You believe in partnering with schools, but the language barrier feels like an unsurmountable hurdle. These feelings resonate with many families, but the way forward is clear and it begins with personalized support. Now, notice how I'm going to tell a little bit of Anna's story. Okay. Anna's personalized online TEFL tutoring. Meet Anna, your guide to English fluency. I'm Anna, a private online tutor with a Bachelor of Science degree in biology and statistics from Kennesaw State University and a TEFL certification. Being fluent in two languages and having been homeschooled myself, I know the immense value of individualized attention. Why choose me? My teaching brings joy and success to students like yours with unique needs and diverse learning styles. Just ask Connect S Worlds, who says Anna is patient, kind, and considerate, or Olga Shpakovskaya, who credits me with her son's best math score last year. Helping students thrive isn't just a job for me, it's my calling. Now, all of this information I was able to get through doing research about Anna, and I was able to piece this together from that. So, none of this information did I make up. I want your child to be one of my success stories. Don't let the English language be a barrier for your child anymore. I'm here to guide them through their academic journey, building confidence, fluency, and joy in learning. Contact me today and let's create a customized learning experience that will empower your child for life. Let's make learning fun again. Discover how my unique approach to tutoring can help you excel in English. The path to success starts here. What do you guys think about this? As you take a look at this, what are your thoughts? I would love to hear what you guys think. Do you see how that has a much different feel than this? Here, I don't even know really what they do, but now I've really honed on in to a specific student. Now, she may or may choose not to use any of the information that I've used, but yeah, I hope it does make a difference because this is what I'm trying to teach people how to do is, help them understand that I know what's going on. Let's take a look at one more website, you guys. We're gonna take a look at, Dan. Um, he has learnphysics.com, so I was curious again. All right. Learn physics. Is that an actual keyword I can get found for? Or is that one of those like hashtags that it's more of a hashtag versus a keyword for getting found organically online? And I found that it's more like a hashtag versus a keyword. If you take a look at Learn Physics, look at what we have here 766,000 results. I can't compete against that. Mm-mm. No, nope, can't do it. I I I could have all the SEO skills in the entire world, and I will not get you on page 1 for that keyword. I don't know anybody who would be able to get you on page 1 for that keyword. It will not happen. And then here's what I see right away. So at first I thought at first, since I saw like the last picture of the last, maybe because of the last one, like she did have like a graduation cap on, I was thinking that this was the person's website that I was looking at. Like this was them. I don't know the purpose of this. I have to guess at the purpose of this. It is the right age of the student, um, but this does not help tell my story. Now, I have been in communication with Dan, and he was telling me that one of his biggest goals, he is in Melbourne, Australia. He was gonna try to stay up tonight. I'm not sure if he did or not, was able to stay up or not. But he's in Melbourne, Australia. What he'd really like to do is get organic traffic to drive his AP Physics 1 class. And so, if I have a specific goal like that, then I would make my homepage copy all about that, and then I would add a tab about the other things, okay? I would put those over there, like on other places where they can, like other subjects I teach or something like that versus on the homepage, so that it can still work for me. I do love that he's added his photo here, but I was confused in the many places I saw Dan's name, because sometimes I saw it as Lassithus, sometimes I saw it as Dhananjaya, sometimes, in and so it was really hard for me to keep all of the names together, and your clients will have a hard time too. So decide what you wanna be called and stick with that so that people want to be able to hire you. He does have information about himself. Learn directly from Dan, who is a professional in the field of physics, a high mark scorer, scholarship winner, and engineer. Dan brings to you his passion for physics along with over a decade of teaching experience, having trained students and engineers alike. I can click on that link to learn more about the tutor, or I can sign up. Now, notice sign up is not really a clear call to action. Sign up for what? To him, it's very clear sign up for tutoring services, right? But what is the next step that's going to move the needle into this ideal client saying, yes, this is a journey for the parent? And Beth, I'm going to have you come on in right now while I finish this up so that I can, so we can do that drawing. But this is about the journey you're taking somebody through from them finding you to them wanting to hire you. And so sign up is not usually when I don't really have a lot of information, that is not a step that I'm really willing to take. I might be open to doing a free consultation. So that would be a next step that I would put on there because we're not ready for sign up yet. We need to have a conversation first, right? And that's what I want to drive it to. Here he has it. He teaches the HSC Physics, VCE Physics, and the AP Physics 1 through personalized conversation. He really wanted to um, get more students for the AP Physics 1. And then he has some testimonials here, which is great. And then he has some reviews from students and parents. And I took a look at the idea here. So again, I found an amazing keyword for this guy. I'm like, oh my gosh, if I really wanted to get clients for this, I would put AP Physics 1 tutoring. And look at this, I have a volume of 110. 110. All right. As soon as I saw 110, I was like, there okay, if I take a look at this, how many people am I gonna compete against? 28! Shut the front door! Oh my gosh. So I looked up apphysics1tutoring.com. Is it available? Yes, it is. So that's what I would do. I would buy that URL and I would I'd make an entire front page all about AP Physics Tutoring 1. That's what I would do there. Um because that is amazing. So what I did is I did the same exact thing as I did for our other student over here. I put your AP Physics 1 triumph starts now. Join forces with Dan Waratney, struggling to crack the physics codes. Let's navigate the complexities together. Um, and then I have, hey there, proud parents and determined students, because both could find this website, right? Physics isn't just a subject, it's a journey of discovery, critical thinking, a problem solving. As a parent, you've watched your child bravely take on challenging challenges of AP Physics 1s, embracing the demanding concepts and intricate math that lie ahead. But let's face it, while you'd love to help, those equations might as well be a foreign language, right? Empower your child's success or student success. Your child's dedication is inspiring. They sit in class grappling with concepts like kinematics, Newton's laws, and work energy principles, trying their best to apply them in real world scenarios. Yet the struggle is real. They've reached out to teachers, peers, and YouTube, but the pieces just haven't clicked. So then I continue to go on. I do explain who he is, how they can begin then working with him and crush those physics goal. I think my favorite part that I had said was, because you know that they want to get a 5, right? On their stuff is, what did I write here? Um, your student's goal, nailing that coveted 5 on the AP exam, because who wants to repeat this course in college? Right? This is really understanding who your ideal client is when you start talking like this. You're gonna have a lot more conversions with your website when you have this kind of copy. And I know some of you guys are like, "How did you do that keyword stuff?" You know what? I've had people following me for years, and I it really need to be in the Jumpstart course to really understand how to do the keyword stuff. Um, and it changes over time. So, if you're sitting there, you're like, "I would love to know how she's nailing those keywords and doing all of that." Sign up to be on the wait list. Come join us the next time that we do open the doors, because this stuff is gold and it will get you found and you will make more money. Speaking of making more money, we've got Beth in the house. Let's see if I can learn how to let Beth in now. Do I do this? Let's see. Yes. Here we are. Yay! It didn't take me too long to really learn how to do that. I'm gonna stop, sharing my screen right now, because we're gonna have Beth share her screen so that you guys can see who our top winners are to
Awesome.
get to the thing next week. So I am why do I keep losing pens, Beth?
Oh no.
I know, they're like falling out of the sky, like, what the heck?
Oh
I keep
man.
this is my second time I'm having to grab a pen today. Alright, I'm gonna have you share your screen.
Perfect. All right. Raise
In
your
the
rates.
wheel.
All right. Can you see it?
No. So is there okay, you can add them as your guest here.
I'm sharing the screen now.
Yeah, I gotta turn it on. There we go. I just
Oh,
had to click a different button. There we go. Awesome. All right, we're gonna click. We're gonna see who wins. You ready? Let's do this.
yeah. All right. Spin that wheel. Oh. All right. So,
Math Tutoring Interactive Notebook. Okay, so you are going to have to reach out to us because we have no idea who you are with that name. But this is something that I think is really important, you guys. We're people, we have names. You want to use your name and you don't want to use like a business name or something like that, because, you know, people don't know who you are when and we can't do anything. But Math Tutoring Interactive Notebook, if you are here, message me, click on my bio, send me a message, and I will send you that free ticket. All right, let's remove and let's go on to our next winner. Are you ready to spin that wheel?
yeah. All right.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Let's
Is that
see.
Linda?
I think Linda won.
Linda! Linda, you got a free ticket. Woo! All right, we'll be sending that ticket to you, my friend.
All
All right.
right.
And I know exactly how to reach out to her. We've been talking for a long time.
Oh,
She's part of
yeah.
our community. She's gone through the Jumpstart Your Online Tutoring Business Masterclass. All right, click and spin that wheel.
All right. Who's it gonna be? Oh,
Philomena
Philomena.
Mora. Philomena, I do not know who you are yet, but just message me and I will send you your ticket.
Awesome.
Awesome.
And one more, I think. All right.
Matt
And
Tutor Dory. Dory, I
Tutor
know who
Profile.
you are. Dory, congratulations. Oh my gosh, Dory is one of those amazing people that I remember looking at her website when she went through the Jumpstart class.
Mhm.
And I was like, where are you, Dory, on here? And she's like, I'm not. And then the next time I saw her, we saw her. She had some amazing photos of her like holding up a calculator, and like all of a sudden her website really spoke. And you guys, she went from having 0 students to ending up being the Tutorpreneur Hero Award winner from our Jumpstart Masterclass. So I'm so excited that you ended up winning, Dory. And thanks you guys for joining us today. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see all of you soon. Bye, everyone.